Groucho, we have a couple of young unmarried people who are waiting to talk to you. They're Nan Peterson and Salvatore Consolo. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, welcome to Siberia. I mean, to bet your life. Say it. Show's over. Let's go. Come on. We will see you again some other No dice. I tried all my charms. It was hopeless. You say the secret word and you'll divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Nan Patterson, that was a famous murderess years ago. Nan Peterson.
Peterson.
Oh, you're a lovely name for a lovely... Are you Swedish or Norwegian?
Well, Peterson is a Norwegian name, Groucho.
Yeah?
Actually, I'm Norwegian on my father's side, English, German, and Scotch-Irish on my mother's.
Oh, well, you usually on your father's side? What's that?
Smorgasbord.
You're a smorgasbord? Huh? That's a Scandinavian dish, isn't it? A smorgasbord?
Right.
Well, you certainly are a smorgasbord. Mr. Consolo, that's you?
Yes, sir, Groucho.
Have you ever tried smorgasbord?
I don't even know what it is.
Well, take a look. Nan, tell them what it is, huh? Explain it to them.
Well, in a smorgasbord, you have lots of things. You have lefse and lutefisk, rosette, meatballs.
Meatballs, I know.
Now then, you say your name is Salvatore Consolo?
Yes, Groucho.
Consolo, huh?
My real name is Salvatore. Some people call me Sammy, but my professional name is Sonny.
Sonny?
Yes, sir.
No. You have a professional name? You mean you're an actor?
No,
Doesn't anybody work anymore? Where are you working now? Is you at MGM or Warner Brothers?
No, Groucho, I'm a clerk at the North Hollywood Post Office.
Well, why do you need a professional name to work in the post office? Is that the stamp of success? Well, what do you do? What is the stamp of success?
I'm also a singer.
Oh, you're a singer?
Right, yes, sir.
Well, that's the worst news I've heard since postage went up to 4 cents. Your name, Consolo, kind of rings a bell. Sammy, haven't I heard it someplace before?
Well, yes, Groucho. My mother, Betina Consolo, was on your show 2 years ago for 3 weeks.
Oh, now I remember. I remember your mother very well, Sammy. And I want to make a correction. She wasn't on my show for 3 weeks. I was on her show for 3 weeks.
Very nice compliment.
You know, I spent 3 weeks trying to get a husband for her. Did she ever hook anybody eventually?
No, but she's gotten telegrams and letters from all over the United States.
Collect all that, huh?
No, they weren't collect.
Where are you from, Nan?
Well, I'm from Minneapolis, but I really consider Mitchell, South Dakota my home.
You do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you married, Nan?
No, I'm not.
Well, let's go then. What are we hanging around? Why aren't you married? A beautiful girl now. What a waste of natural resources. Why aren't you married?
I'd rather concentrate on my career for a while.
What do you want to do now? What kind of a career?
Well, I've studied
driver?
for this. No, I'm an actress.
I imagine you've been in a lot of beauty contests, huh?
I've been in about 14. Groucho, I think they're rather ridiculous. I don't think a girl has to have her success depend on wearing a bathing suit.
Well, that's true. You try not wearing one and see what happens. Sam, you know that Nan isn't married. Maybe we can do some business. What kind of a girl would you like to marry?
Well, I think black hair goes well with blonde.
You mean you want her to change her hair to black?
No, she is a blonde.
Well, Nan is a blonde. What else do you expect, Sammy?
Well,
How
I expect
tall
a girl
should
to
your dream
be.
go?
I expect a girl to be intelligent and, above all, simple and sincere.
You want her to be simple and sincere?
Yes, sir.
Nan, will you marry Sammy right now? Why not? Sammy, obviously...
I don't want to be simple.
No. She's sincere, but she's not that simple. Well, I tried, but I failed. For some reason, I just can't seem to get a Consolo married. However, when you go home, I want you to give my best regards to your mother.
I shall.
You can be mighty proud of her, Sammy.
Thank you very much.
And ask her to send me some more pizza pies, huh?
I shall.
Just send me 4. I want to replace my stolen hubcap.
I think we can manage it.
Well, you're both charming youngsters, and I'm sure neither one of you is going to have any trouble getting ahead in the world. Now, let's play You Bet Your Life and see how you make out in the quiz. You selected hit songs of the 30s. You're not that old, man, are you?
I know.
Now, Jack Megan is going to play some tunes, and you name them. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. Now, identify this one. Play it, Jack.
Go ahead, man.
Time on my hands.
Time on my hands is right.
You have one right now.
Now, what is the name of this one?
As time goes by.
As time goes by, time on my hands, that's right.
You now have 2 right.
Now, see if you can remember this one.
Yeah, but it's got a word first in front of it.
What is it?
Mexican can.
Mexican can, huh? Where have you been, man? It's Having a Heat Wave by Irving Berlin.
Well, you have one wrong now. Don't get the next one wrong, and the game is over for you.
All right, what is the name of this big hit? What is it?
Heartaches.
You're older than you look, man. How about this one? Oh, that was a big hit.
Heartaches are short.
Well, it's too late. It's You're My Everything.
Everything. That's You're My Everything.
So you're back to one wrong now.
Here we go.
All right, here we go to the next one now.
Yeah.
You're driving me crazy.
No.
That may be true, but that's not the name of the song. No, we'll give you a little more. Give him another half an inch. What is it?
Can't you play it again? I know the last thing.
They can play it again, but the jig is up. It's biding my time.
And it is...
George and Ira Gershwin.
You got 2 in a row wrong.
Oh, that's a
Was it
shame.
2 in a row?
Yes, it was, Sam.
Well, I'm sorry you missed 2 in a
George.
row. However, we don't want you to go home broke, so I'm going to ask you one more question for $100. What great American do we honor on Washington's birthday?
You tell him, will you?
Stephen Douglas. That's right. I'm sorry you didn't win more, but thanks anyway for being with us. You bet your life. You were very decorative.
Thank you.
And so were you, sir.
Nancy Moss and Carl Eddington are waiting to talk to you, Groucho, so folks, come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Well, welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you'll find around the house. Nancy Morse and Carl Eddington, eh? Nancy, first I'll ask you how old you are.
19.
19. Next, I'll ask if you are married.
No.
No. Now, where are you from, Nancy?
Originally, I'm from Wauwatosa.
Oh, are you? Where is that?
I thought you'd know. That's Wisconsin.
How would I know that?
Well, everyone knows that.
Everybody, what's the name of the place?
Wauwatosa.
I'd like you people to raise your hands out here. How many people have ever heard of this town?
Thank you.
Well, there you are. There isn't a soul in the audience. There's one woman up there. Would you mind getting up and spelling this? The woman will raise her hand. I'd be interested in hearing you spell this name.
W-A-U-W-A-T-O-S-A.
That's right.
Is that your husband?
No, that's my father.
Well, thanks for the warning. Well, do you still live in Mizamashina or whatever the name of the place?
No, we left there when I was quite young. We moved to
Why?
Los...
Couldn't you spell it? You don't live in Wisconsin now, huh?
No.
And where do you live?
Well, I live in California now, but we moved to Las Vegas before we came out to California.
Is that customary? You went to L.A. after you lived in Las Vegas, huh? Well, after
Yeah.
being in Vegas, how did you get enough money to get to Los Angeles? You had a job in Las Vegas?
Well, I did modeling, and I did weather forecasts on TV.
Oh, weather reports in Las Vegas. Must be very interesting. I can just hear them on the radio. 6 to 5, it rains by noon.
That's about right.
The dice are going to be hot tonight at 8 o'clock. Now, who are you?
Carl Eddington, Groucho.
Carl Eddington, and where are you from?
Originally Salt Lake City.
What sort of work do you do, Carl?
I'm a swimming instructor, Groucho.
Did you bring any water with you?
No, I just what's left of me.
Oh. In other words, you're a wetback, is that it?
No, I came this way.
Do you have your own swimming school?
No, I don't. I have the Kentwood Park Pool, which is a community pool for the homeowners at Gibraltar Homes in East Anaheim. And it's proven to be a very wonderful thing for the children because they don't get out on the streets. They are all becoming water babies, so to speak.
Waterlogged?
And that too, yeah.
What is the first thing you teach them? How to pay for the lessons?
That's a thought. It may sound funny, but the first thing
It doesn't sound funny at all. It sounds very dreary.
I teach them how to drown.
You teach them to read. You must have quite a turnover among your students. I presume you collect for your lessons in advance.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm sure you must have an explanation for this, Carl, because I'm in over my head already. Now, would you mind explaining this? You teach them how to drown?
I'll be glad to. You see, Groucho, when a person is drowning, they are trying to get above their specific gravity. And the motions they're making to go up actually send them down. The person is relaxing enough to try to drown, they will actually swim. You follow me, of course. I mean, is that clear?
What happens if a student flunks your course? Do you make him stay there until you have a chance to drain the tank?
I've never had anybody flunk yet.
Now, Carl, I forgot to ask you, are you married?
Unfortunately, no, Groucho.
Well, why not? A strapping young fellow like you? Or are you just strapped?
You might say that, too, but I've spent so much time teaching over the years and pursuing my hobbies, why, I haven't found time to get married.
Well, don't you consider the female a hobby? What are some of your hobbies?
That's one hobby, but the one that I have pursued more than anything, I might say, is the field of magic, sleight of hand, and escapes.
Escapes? Well, no wonder you're not married, huh?
Yeah.
You say you're an escape artist? Could you do one of those things for us now?
Well, sure. Be glad to.
Could you? Well, what would you need? I mean, how long does it take?
Oh, about 30 seconds. And I'm glad you asked, because I just happened to bring a 150 feet of rope with me.
Is this standard equipment? You always carry this around with you? In case somebody asks you?
In case somebody asks me, yeah, you almost have to. You've got to be ready.
Well, George Fenneman, could you get Mr. Eddington's rope? And if you can't find it, just cut down one of our losing contestants from last week and bring that in. Now, Nancy, while we're waiting, what do you think of Carl? He's single and you're single, and he's got a lot of rope. Now, George is going to tie you up, and we'll see if you can escape. Is that fair? Have you ever done anything like this before?
No, this is... Well, perhaps I can help him. You've got any ideas? And Nancy...
I have some ideas, but it doesn't concern you or the rope. Any ideas I have, I can find in Nancy.
Try my hand.
How you doing, George?
I have no idea. He's told me to take half hitches. I don't know what a half hitch is. Tie knots.
That's not a full hitch.
How about, why don't you help, Groucho?
Why should I? I'm making a play for Nancy here.
I've seen a woman put a man into a knot he couldn't get out of for the rest of his life. How's this? Yeah, any which way. I don't ask for too much, yeah.
Is there a sailor in the audience? You can do a half hitch. Come on, somebody who's been in the Navy, come up here and tie this fellow up.
This guy's doing all right there. All right,
No. Bring up the next place. Well, come on up. They're both of you, huh? The audience ever seen these chaps before? We don't want to do any crooked work here. You know, okay.
Don't go ahead. Yeah, look out, too. Put it around the neck on it, kid. But cinch it. Yeah. Hold tight. Yeah, bring it up, please. Bring it up around the shoulders.
I hope there's more going on out here than there was back there.
Run it around the shoulders.
He's going to have his pants pressed after this, too. He's going to be so dizzy he won't be able to extricate himself, anyway. Well, I'd say this is a fairly good job. I mean, these fellas didn't fool around.
Just give them a hand, I can't.
Now he's got 2 hours to get out of this. All right? Ready? Go to...
Wait 30 seconds. You want to count it?
Yeah. Okay. Get on your mark. Get set.
Count the seconds.
Go.
Count them out loud.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, those new modern dances are wonderful. 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Go ahead, count.
8, 31. That was pretty good, I think, don't you think? It looks pretty easy. Would you mind? I would like to try that, too. Not with those fellas, though, out front. I'd like Nancy to tie me up. Somebody friendly like Fenneman or something. Why don't you come out here, George, and tie me up, huh? You keep out of this. Huh? That's what I want, a little rope. Use all the rope you can find. If a man's going to get tied up, he might as well get tied up with something interesting. Come here, Nancy.
Together? Oh. Yeah, take an end or something there, Carl. Here, I'll go this way. Let me do that, Carl.
That's the way to live.
And then what do? Just go around this way?
Wind them around.
Remember that old song, At Last I Meet You Face to Face?
All right.
Now, don't overdo it, boys. Remember, this isn't my racket.
This is sort of fun at that.
Yeah, this is fun. Finally getting even, that Benefit? Yeah. The snake strikes back, it's called.
Now, do I get to tie this one? There.
Me?
Yeah.
I have news for you. I have no desire to get out of here. What's that? The quiz? Forget the quiz. They're all crooked anyhow, those quizzes. Well, we can't fool around all night. I suppose we have to go through with the quiz. George, bring me the quiz questions, will you? And if anyone phones me, tell them I'm all tied up. George, give me the quiz.
Well, no, you better come over here.
Nancy, can you walk?
Yeah.
So that...
I'll show you how to get out.
Who wants to get out? Huh? This is going to be fun later when we go home. Huh? All right, are you ready? You selected literature. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. You miss me, honey? Are you ready?
I'm ready, are you?
Uriah Heep was one of Dickens' more detestable villains. In what story do you find him?
Well, I'd have to make a guess at that.
Well, you have Nancy's help here. She used to be in the weather department in Vegas. There were a lot of good. You can hold it. Huh? Yeah, I can hold Well, come on, take a guess if you don't know.
Christmas Carol?
No, it was David Copperfield. Well, that's one wrong.
Yes, I'm going to keep score here. One wrong, don't get another one wrong, you're out of the game.
Hemingway, huh?
Yeah. Let's go around once, huh, Nancy? The author of The Last of the Mohegans was the first American to achieve worldwide fame outside the United States. Who was he?
Fenimore Cooper, James.
Fenimore Cooper James is right.
You now have one right.
Yes. Now, who wrote Riders of the Purple Sage and other popular Western stories?
Zane Grey.
That's right.
You now have two right.
Now, who collaborated with Charles MacArthur on such plays as The Front Page and 20th Century?
Ben Hecht.
Ben Hecht.
One more right, you'll have $1,000.
That's all I know is ropes.
Yeah.
Now, Dostoevsky's most famous novel concerned the doings of three brothers. What's the name of this book?
The Brothers K.
That's right, by Marilyn Monroe. That's right. And now they have four right.
And they win themselves $1,000.
Oh, we made it. Hey, we'll get you.
Back again? No. I don't mind.
Here, I have a knife here.
Well, say, that's pretty good. You knowing all those literary answers as well as in the rope business? I smoke them, but I'm... Nancy, I want to apologize for putting you... Close friendship, yes. Now, you won $1,000. Now, you can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try to double your money. You may even get a crack at $5,000 or even $10,000.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Roger.
Well, Groucho, here are Nancy Moss and Carl Eddington to give you their decision. Would you,
Well, you've won $1,000 so far. If you decide to try for the big money and you fail, you wind up with a total of $500. What are you going to do?
Try for the big money, Roger.
Is that your
Yeah.
decision, too? You pick a number for $10,000.
4.
4. And you pick a number for $5,000.
7, Groucho.
Now, if neither of those numbers comes up, the question is worth $2,000. So give the wheel a spin and good luck.
Turn it, Nancy. Give it, swing it hard.
The eighth man ever to make over 3,000 hits in the major leagues is the first baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. For $5,000, who is this famous ball player? And you don't have to be a baseball fan to have heard about him. Now talk it over.
Lou Gehrig.
Pretty easy.
Can you repeat the question? No repeating the question. Can you repeat the question?
The eighth man ever to make over 3,000 hits in the major leagues is the first baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Is the first baseman. Mickey Mantle? No.
Boy, what you don't know about baseball. Stanley Frank Musial. Known all over the world, has been on the cover of all the magazines. Why didn't you guess instead of him?
Did you know?
I can't go home tonight.
Well, you can always go with me. I've got that rope back here. Well, I'm sorry you missed it, but you wind up with $500. That isn't too bad. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us. Sorry you didn't win the money.
Roger, we have a couple of young unmarried people who are waiting to talk to you. They're Nan Peterson and Salvatore Consolo. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, welcome to Siberia. I mean, to bet your life. Say it. Show's over. Let's go. Come on. We're going to see you again some other time. No dice. I tried all my charms. It was hopeless. You say the secret word and you'll divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Nan Patterson, that was a famous murderess years ago. Nan Peterson.
Peterson.
Oh, you're a lovely name for a lovely... Are you Swedish or Norwegian?
Well, Peterson is a Norwegian name, Groucho.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm Norwegian on my father's side, English, German, and Scotch-Irish on my mother's.
Oh, well, you're usually on your father's side? What's that?
Smorgasbord.
You're a smorgasbord? Huh? That's a Scandinavian dish, isn't it? A smorgasbord?
Right.
Well, you certainly are smorgasbord. Mr. Consolo, that's you?
Yes, sir, Groucho.
Have you ever tried smorgasbord?
I don't even know what it is.
Well, take a look. Nan, tell them what it is, huh? Explain it to
Well,
them.
in a smorgasbord, you have lots of things. You have lefse and lutefisk, rosette, meatballs.
Meatballs, I know.
Now then, you say your name is Salvatore Consolo?
Yes, Groucho.
Consolo, huh?
My real name is Salvadore. Some people call me Sammy, but my professional name is Sonny.
Sonny?
Yes, sir.
You have a professional name? You mean you're an actor?
No,
Doesn't anybody work anymore? Where are you working now? Is you at MGM or Warner Brothers?
No, Groucho, I'm a clerk at the North Hollywood Post Office.
Well, why do you need a professional name to work in the post office? Is that the stamp of success? Well, what do you do? What is the stamp of success?
I'm also a singer.
Oh, you're a singer?
Right, yes, sir.
Well, that's the worst news I've heard since postage went up to 4 cents. Your name, Consolo, kind of rings a bell. Sammy, haven't I heard it someplace before?